be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left.
Hello ladies and gents, and welcome to the second episode of Let's Play Dishonored. In the previous episode, we were blamed for the murder of the Empress Jessamine and the kidnapping of her daughter, Lady Emily. Shortly breaking out of prison and meeting up with Samuel the Goatman, he took us to the Helm Pits pub where we were introduced to Admiral Havelock, the leader of the Loyalist faction trying to get Emily back onto the throne, and Trevor Pendleton, the rich bitch of the Loyalists. Also Piero, who will be making our weapons throughout this journey. In this episode,
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not?
This is the Outsider, the boogeyman of the Dishonored universe. He brands us with his mark, granting us the use of magic powers we'll be using throughout our journey. He also gives us the Rune Heart, which we can use to find upgrades for our abilities. It also has the same voice as Jessamine.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
This surely won't be traumatic. We've been tasked with taking out the High Overseer Campbell. We've also been tasked with saving the life of Martin Teague, an ally to our cause, as well as saving Curnow, this lady's uncle. So, what are we waiting for? Let's do it. Also, after completing the Outsider section, make sure to collect this rune. Trust me, it'll come in handy. We'll first need to get past this dickhead here. Now, we could just swim past him. Let's not. Man, my neck's been killing me lately. Sure wish I could do something about No problem, big dog, I got you. Now, I do want to note that we will be doing a non-lethal ghost run. We'll also try and take out as few guards as possible because, let's face it, this game wouldn't be any fun if we just took everybody out. We'll also be collecting every single rune and bone charm we can, which means doing the occasional side quest. If you don't care for any of that, please consult the chapters in the description to skip ahead to the good stuff. After hiding that cockbite's body, we'll head up these stairs and dash up this railing. Taking cover as we dash behind these guys, wait for this guy to look away, and dash over to and up this platform. Walk along this railing and up this last support to collect this first bone charm. Bone charms offer minor stat boosts that'll help us on our journey. This one in particular ups our mana regen, so I'll be equipping it. We'll jump back onto this platform and into the water, swimming over to this boat and climbing up and over to get into the city. From here we'll make a sharp right as, checking in with Jessamine, we can see there's a rune in this lady's house. So let's climb up these planks and proceed downstairs. Consulting with Jessamine, it turns out this lady was once quite the man-eater.
Long ago, Granny Rags danced at court. Men begged to marry her.
Lovely. We'll now head back upstairs and talk with her directly. After a lengthy conversation, we are interrupted by some rude-ass guys and she gives us her key to take care of them for her. Now, we could just open the door the old-fashioned way and... Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus? Yeah, that's not exactly non-lethal. Alternatively, if you don't give a fuck about lethality, you can always just unlock the door, chuck a grenade at its base, open it, and blow those motherfuckers sky fucking high. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that though. Instead, I'm going to go back up the stairs and out this window and take them out in a more subtle manner. Hey guys, don't you think it's fucked up we're extorting this old blind lady for cash? You know, he's got a point. Even for us, it's kind of fucked up. Maybe we should... Oh shit! Karma! Easy peasy. Talking to Granny again, she rewards us with yet another rune and asks us to take it up a notch and poison the bottles through Gang's moonshine using diseased rat flesh we can get from Dr. Galvani's laboratory. A request we'll happily fulfill. If you've been following along with me so far, you should have 3 runes ready to go, and I highly recommend you upgrade the blink ability. Trust me, it's a godsend. We'll dash up this railing onto this rooftop and onto this pipe, pausing to make note of these 2 thugs harassing this poor sod. We don't take too kindly to people abusing the elderly, so let's take care of this the only way we can, by throwing a fucking grenade at them and blowing them sky fucking high. No, I'm just kidding. What we'll actually do is throw a bottle to break up their conversation before dashing onto this pipe and waiting for them to split up. Now we can make our move. Roses are red, violets are blue. Stop harassing the elderly, or I'll fuck you up too. Now for your friend. Man, nothing like harassing the elderly to work up a Now we just hide the bodies and break this guy free. Alright, old timer, you're free to go.
I owe you, brother.
No problem. After that, don't forget to pick up the bone charm on the second floor. Moving on, we'll make note of the other rune on the map before dashing up to this pipe and walking along this platform over to Galvani's lab. Now, there are two ways I like to do this part. The first is going through this door here. After exploring a bit, we'll grab this glass and use it to distract these dickheads. Now we'll just dash behind them and yoink the key. Fuck! Let's try again. This time we'll get close to the... Oh, come on! Third time's a charm. Yoink the key and dash back, going through this side room and dashing behind the guard to... Oh, fuck off! Fuck it, new plan. We'll instead use this glass and throw it from this angle instead, dashing in, yoinking the guard's key, and dashing out. Once the guard's fucked off, we'll dash back in and take the maid's key, and then when the coast is clear, dash behind the guard and tail him until we're in range to dash over to this door. Once inside, we'll look around for any gold or valuables we can steal before taking note of this bookshelf and this interactive book. And like that, we got the rat guts. Alternatively, we can circumvent all of that and just dash up onto this AC unit and jump up this balcony through this unlocked door, which gets us to the lab faster. With the rat guts in hand, we'll make our way outside and through these back alleys until we reach the door to the Dunwall Distillery. We'll walk up the railings and atop the roofs, avoiding every single Bottle Street member and dashing to the door into the main building. In here, we'll dash onto this guardrail to avoid the trap, dash onto these pipes, and make our way up and over the guards and quickly dash into this other room before the guard turns around and spots us. Walk over to this desk and take note of the bone charm atop the support beam. After collecting it, carefully make your way down by these barrels and under this opening, making sure not to alert this guard. And when the coast is clear, poison the moonshine. Now we just carefully exit this room, taking note of the guard from earlier so we don't get spotted. We're not done yet. We'll walk along these pipes again and go to the side room here where we'll crank that soldier boy, dash under this closing door, and steal all the goodies inside. You know, it just occurred to me, with all these sleeping darts, high explosives, and razor mines laying around, you'd have to wonder exactly what the people of Dunwall have to deal with on the day-to-day to justify having this much heavy ordnance lying around. We'll hop out of the room and dash back over to the guardrail to avoid the aforementioned trap, peep out this keyhole to make sure the coast is clear, and dash out. Now we just need to get back to Granny Rags. She'll thank us for our hard work and give us yet another rune. Now we're free to move on with the mission. We'll walk down this alley and up this rooftop through this window to collect any random knickknacks we happen to find, and then back across to this pipe and over this roof, which will put us right next to the wall of light. Once the coast is clear, we'll dash behind cover, wait for this guy to turn around, and dash behind this oil tank. That got me thinking, just how dangerous are these walls of light?
Never gets old.
Oh, alright then. We'll wait for every guard to look away before disconnecting the oil tank from the wall, shutting it off, and then quickly dashing past. It is at this point in the level where you can actually get a bit creative. If you brought a rewiring tool with you, you can actually put it on this panel, rearm the wall of light, then sit back and watch these morons rediscover their own mortality. Hey! Henry, where are you? Henry! Hey! Oh my god!
I'll find you, you hagfish.
Hilarious. Now that that's settled, we just need to sneak past all of these guards into this checkpoint to steal this last rune, then back onto the checkpoint, onto this lamppost, and once the coast is clear, dash past all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest security Dunwall money could buy, and they didn't even know we were here. No time to lose, let's press on. Excuse me, Mr. Overseer, I'd like to have a word with my friend in private, if you wouldn't mind. Well, since you ask so nicely, I don't see why I could— Hey, wait a minute! Thanks. Preach. After we free Martin, he tells us we need to steal the Black Book off the High Overseer's body after we've killed him, and then he also plans on poisoning Uncle Curnow, which will be good to know for later on. With all that being said, we'll make our way onto this dumpster and onto this balcony before dashing up to this lamppost where we overhear some very interesting workplace gossip from the nearby overseers.
I've never seen the Heretics brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one so branded.
Well, isn't that fucking dandy? Now, before we get down to business, there are 2 runes for us to collect in this portion of the level. If you do wish to collect both of them, I suggest you get them in this order. We'll start off by making our way over to this window and dashing into the interrogation room. Make note of it, as it will become useful for later. We'll then dash up onto this upper railing and walk along it into the library, picking up this passage on the Heretics brand, then back up the bookshelves and onto the railings yet again. We'll then dash onto the lighting fixtures, dodging the guards altogether, and then over to the stairs here, which will lead us to the first rune. Wait for the coast to be clear and then dash down to this door and walk down these stairs. Looks like the rune is past this wall here, which implies a secret door. If only there was a way we could... Sleep darts, wine bottles, a creepy ass note, and women's underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems the High Overseer is, as we suspected, a raging cunt. Back up these stairs and back up where we came from, we'll make our way over to the meeting room holding the next rune we need to collect and triggering the High Overseer's murder attempt on Uncle Curnow. Now, it is here where we have multiple ways of dealing with Campbell. Killing him ourselves is the obvious choice, but that's a little too easy. If we want to keep Curnow alive, you could always do what the game wants you to do and switch the glasses so Campbell drinks from the poison drink instead of Curnow.
Will you have wine? Will you have wine? Will you have wine? Will you have wine?
Sorry, I just really like that line. Oh yes, Curnow, please help yourself to this delicious wine. It's simply exquisite and totally not poisoned at all. I'm so confident of this, in fact, that I will take a nice tall sip of this delicious red wine. Wait, why is it green? If that takes too long for you, you can always just drop a razor mine on the floor ahead of time, stand back, and watch this rapey cunt get torn to fucking shreds. Will you have wine, Curnow? It's of the highest of quality and not poisoned at all. No, sir. I can assure you that no one will die of poison tonight. Well, he wasn't lying. Or better yet, if you don't give a fuck about Curnow and just want this rapey cunt dead, you can chuck a fucking grenade at the door, wait for him to open it, and blow that motherfucker. Sky fucking. Will you have wine? It's 100% definitely not All this to say, Dishonored really does just let you do whatever you want, and you could probably find 100 cooler ways to kill this motherfucker. We, however, will not. Instead, what we'll actually do is break both of the glasses and take position up onto the lighting fixtures again so that when Campbell sees that his plan is kaput, we can trail him along this upper railing as we've done previously into his secret room, making sure to incapacitate Curnow at some point to save him from his impending demise, stashing his body somewhere, and coming back to finish off Campbell. Violets are blue, roses are red. You're a raging cunt. And now you're fucking dead. Hey Campbell, what's the thermostat at right now? Oh, about 75. Why? Oh, you know, just feels a bit toasty. Knock knock, who's there? A bullet. God, today's been absolutely dreadful. First Corvo escapes and now my wine is ruined. The only thing that could make any of this worse is if someone threw a grenade behind me and blew me sky fucking. Alternatively, we can also just go on ahead of the two and wait behind the door, closing it behind them and knocking them out one by one. Either way, try to make sure no one can find their unconscious bodies while you handle what comes next. Once we've incapacitated them both, we'll take Curnow and head back up to the room they were meeting in, making sure not to alert any of the guards, snooping out this window and moving our way over to the side street where we'll dump Curnow's unconscious body for safe extraction. Why in a city filled with diseased rats is a dumpster the safest place to stash him? I have no fucking clue. But it's what the game wants, so I won't question it. With Curnow safe and everything collected, there's nothing left to do but to deal with Campbell. And I know just the way to do it. Go back to wherever you left his body and get back onto the railings we used previously, carefully maneuvering past all of the guards and into the interrogation room from earlier. If you're wondering how we're going to keep our non-lethal playthrough alive when we were sent here specifically to kill this motherfucker, here's how. We'll dash up onto this side section, pick up this branding iron and back over this big metal fence, minding the patrolling guard until the coast is clear, strapping him in and reading him his last rites. There once was a cockhead in red, who women he tortured in bed. I spared him his life, though not 'cause I'm nice. And now he would wish he was dead. And with that, ladies and gents, we'll make our way back up onto this railing, across the halls, make sure to keep out of sight of the guards before heading back down the stairs and out this door into the backyard. We're almost out of the woods, we just have 3 more things to collect. First, we'll dash up onto this rooftop, break this skylight open, and hop down to collect the final rune. Next, we'll hop back out and run across these rooftops and into this building. We'll climb down this chain and dash onto this table, picking up the 4th bone charm, being careful not to fall on the man-eating rats. Onto this box, jump back onto this chain, and climb back out. Now we simply walk back the way we came, being careful not to get spotted by any of the guards, before walking over to the edge here and carefully shimmying over to this boarded up window, where we can collect our 5th and final bone charm of the level. With that, ladies and gents, there's nothing left to do but to dash off the edge into the murky depths below, meeting up with Big G himself and getting the fuck out of here. And thus concludes the second episode of Let's Play Dishonored. Every rune and bone charm collected with a ghost rank under our belts. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry it took so long, I had shit to do. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you.
Don't you want a rematch?